Hi everyone, Ashley from Mozzie Fire here, and today I wanted to share my story of the day my life changed forever, the day of the Cudlee Creek Bushfire. As the 20th of December 2019 was forecast to be a catastrophic fire day, and Matt was going to work, I had already decided to take our two young children, who were 2 years old and 3 months old at the time, as well as our dog Flick and our cat Tigger, to stay at my mum's for the day. The day was forecast to start out okay, but worsen as the day progressed. I had decided the night before that I wasn't going to push myself and put too much pressure on myself in the morning. I was just going to get up, make a coffee, feed the baby, feed the toddler, pack everything up, get in the car and go. About 9:30, my mum rings me. Have you left yet? Nah. I'm drinking my coffee. So she's like, okay, well, I need you to get a move on. A fire has broken out in Cudlee Creek. And I'm thinking to myself, that's fine. That's a long way from here. Yeah. And she's like, well, no, I need you to get moving. I know Cudlee Creek isn't going to affect you directly, but if a fire breaks out closer to you in the meantime, all the resources are over there. So I need you to hurry up and get out. I'm like, okay. So I put my butt into gear and went, okay, let's go. So got the kids and the pets in the car. I had packed our box of special things, so official documents, photos, baby books, things like that. And I'd grabbed our nappy bag as well. So I had a day's worth of nappies and bottles with me. I didn't bother packing clothes or anything like that because we'd be home in the afternoon. As I pulled up into Mum's at Harndorf, I realised I hadn't packed a kitty litter tray for Tigger. So there'd been a bit of talk on the radio about the fire, and coming into Harndorf, I had seen some smoke haze. So as soon as I got to Mum's, I told her about the litter tray and said I've got to get back to Mount Barker to get him a litter tray and some litter. And that was when I started to have that gut feeling that something's not right, something's wrong. So I left the kids and I drove back to Mount Barker. I knew they were safe with Mum in in Harndorf, but I do think that was the quickest trip into Cheapers Chips I've ever done. Then as the day went on, sitting in Harndorf in the air conditioning, and my gut just didn't feel right. I was listening to the radio, and all the updates were, it's now heading to Lobethal, it's now heading to Woodside, now it's heading to Prokanga, now it's going to Harrogate. I was talking to Matt throughout the day, and Mum was talking to my stepdad, and I just remember feeling sick. Matt had decided to leave work and try and get home, but he was a long way away. Initially, it did look like it was going to go past us, but then, as always happens out in Harrogate in the afternoon, the wind changed. So this meant the flank of the fire now became the fire front. And at this point, home was directly in its path. Just before 6:30, I'm sitting out the front of Mum's, watching the kids play on the grass, completely oblivious to what's going on around them. And I just remember feeling numb. I was shaking. I was listening to the radio. I'm listening to Matt and not hearing anything, not feeling anything. The updates were coming through that it was heading straight for home. It was on our road. At this point, Matt was sitting on the next hill over from home. Our home is down in a valley, so he could see the top of our paddocks, but not the house. He was telling me that he could see smoke and flames. They'd passed over the top of the hill and were heading down into the valley, and he could see suddenly see plumes of black smoke, and we're just thinking, is that the house? Just as the fire front passed, my stepdad managed to get into our property. He straight away took a quick video around the house, and he sent that to me as this pixelated video. And he rang Mum to say the house is standing, but there's spot fires everywhere. And I vividly remember him asking me, "Where's your trailer pump?" And I said, "Yeah, it's over by the machinery shed. It's tucked in under the windbreak." And it was just followed by silence. And my heart sank, and I just said, "It's not there anymore, is it?" And he's like, "No." At this point, Matt got back into the property. My stepdad had to go, and Matt got stuck into running around with a knapsack, because that was all he had. I still struggle to put into words how I felt at that point and what was going through my head. I knew that I had to stay with my kids, but at the same time, I so desperately wanted to get home to Matt. My safe place wasn't safe, and Matt was out there, and I couldn't be there to help. Phone reception by this point was non-existent now, so I couldn't check in on him, and I knew that he was out there on his own, and I can't tell you how hard that was. So the next morning, Mum's like, "Let's go out there." So we took the kids and we drove out the long way, out the back through Callington, as we've been told that there was dead livestock at the top of our road, on the road. So we went around so that we didn't see that. But nothing could have prepared me from what I did see when I got home. Everything was black. The big gum trees were still alight. They were smouldering ground everywhere. By some miracle, there's our house just standing in the middle of it all. Okay. As well as the trampoline that Matt and I had started building the night before the fire for the kids for their Christmas present. There's never a mark on it. When I got out there, we had some of our friends out there as well, and their dads, and Matt's cousin was out there. I can't thank them enough for dropping everything and coming out to help us. They were putting out trees, they were dragging out giant tree branches out of smouldering piles to try and salvage some firewood for us. They were making sure we had a secure fence, just one paddock for our 6 alpacas that had somehow survived completely unscathed. I don't know how. To this day, I don't know how. So I can't thank them enough for their help in that. The rest of summer was incredibly hard. I was on edge every day, just waiting for the next fire, the next siren. Every time I looked out the window, it was this jarring back to reality of everything was black outside. And it seemed like every time I went outside, I came back black from soot, which was just the weirdest experience. The recovery journey was really hard. COVID didn't help because by March we couldn't have anyone out here to help us, so we were on our own with this black moonscape that's a good way to describe it. It was a moonscape. I still feel we're on that recovery journey, but we're healing now. We've learnt so much. Big learning curve. We thought we were prepared, and we weren't. But we needed to experience that to bring Mozzie Fire to life. And I'm a really big believer in everything happening for a reason. So this is why we had to go through all of this. So please, if you do live or travel through or holiday in a bushfire prone area, please remember that bushfires do happen. And while I always knew bushfire was a big possibility out here, you know, I left for the day because it was a catastrophic fire day. But I never ever thought it would actually happen, you know, like not packing clothes. I didn't think it would actually happen to us. So please, if you don't know where to start, please check out our website and feel free to reach out to us at any time. We are here to help.